Hey guys, if you are seeing my face for the very first time, my name is Mide Jay. Welcome back to my channel. On this beautiful channel, I create lifestyle vlog, travels, relocation, how to navigate life in the UK, and every other stuff like that. If you're interested in any of this, please do well to subscribe to my channel by clicking that subscribe button. Okay, so I actually got a car lately, and I've gotten a couple of questions from different people asking about how I financed my car. I was supposed to do a mini car tour just to show you guys about what my car looks like prior to now, but I felt like it's highly imperative that I talk about how you can also get your own car first in the UK before I share what my car looks like. I think that makes a lot of sense. Buying a car is one of the major few purchases you will make in life, or one of the decisions you have to make, and it's very important that you make a very right choice. While the process of car shopping can be a very thrilling experience, you by yourself, you also need to be sensible and realistic about the car you can afford. However, that is where a car finance as a context come into the equation. In as much as there are many ways to buy a car, the most popular ways to get a car are what I'll be discussing in this video. We have something called car finance, okay? So it's either you buy a car with a cash payment, like outright cash payment, or you go through the car finance pathway. So car finance is just the process of buying a car and paying for it over a speculated period of time. So personally, when I got my car, I did a cash payment. The cash payment involves you getting a seller and going through the car itself. If it's your spec, you pay for it outrightly, okay? No more, no less. The disadvantage of buying car outrightly is because you might not get the car of your dreams. And what do I mean by that? For someone like me, I wanted a very big car. Honestly, I wanted a very big car, but because I wanted to do cash payment, and I told myself, you don't have to be like me. I told myself that the first car I was going to buy will be cash outright. I don't want something, because I will be paying insurance, sometimes tax. I don't want any other commitment apart from this. I don't want to be paying any money for the car. So instead of going for a bigger car, which will have, I'm a big woman now, I just have a big car. But scrap that. I actually love big cars. This is cash payment and this is car finance. Car finance is just the umbrella of the process of buying a car over and paying for it over a speculated period of time. So there are different types of car finances, but I'll be discussing the most popular ones in this video. So the first one, we have the HP, which is a hire purchase. I know most of you would have heard of this ones. And we have the PCP, or the personal contract purchase, and we have the last one, which is the lease purchase or personal loan. Although there are many other options for car finances, but these ones are the most popular ones. And with these many options available, it's very imperative that you understand what each of them stand for and the one that is most suited for you depending on your own circumstance. The first one I'll be talking about briefly is the hire purchase. And a hire purchase simply means that you are hiring the car from the seller over a period of time, and you're paying for it instrumentally, like monthly, and when you're done paying, the car will fully belong to you, and you won't officially own it until the payment is made. It's one of the most commonly used car finance, especially in the UK. And then when you want to take a hire purchase from a seller, a car seller, okay, you can make deposits. And when you make deposits, for instance, it's £5,000, you make a deposit of 2,000, so remains 3,000, and then you and the seller will now reach an agreement on how many months or years that will take you to pay the remaining 3,000 to balance the 5,000. Okay, then you can own the car. This is between you and the seller of the vehicle. And of course, the size of a deposit determine how much you'll be paying every month. I hope you get it. If you feel like you have the bulk of money with you and you don't want to pay it in a monthly installment anymore, just reach out and then you get settled and the car can legally belong to you. I hope that makes a lot of sense. What are the advantages of hire purchase? There are no mileage restrictions. Okay, I'll talk about that. There are some car finances that you will take that you have to be mindful of how much you drive the car. There is something they call car mileage, and that means the kilometers or the miles that this car has traveled. So there are some car finances that you can't really, the seller or the lender of the lender of that car, they are concerned about how much you drive the car. There's a restriction. You can't drive the car and be doing kabu kabu up and down because that will be against the agreement. So for this one, and no car mileage restrictions. There is a fixed amount that you pay every month, so you can budget ahead, and you don't have to pay a huge lump sum at the end of the agreement because you are paying monthly anyways. You do it according to how it benefits you. So in a way, you are in control of this kind of car finance. So that's the pros. The cons of hire purchase, that's the disadvantages, is that if you fail to meet your payment at any point in time, like any month, the car can be repossessed from you. Yes, you heard me right. The seller of this car can take the car away from you at any point if you fail to meet the payment requirement. And then another disadvantage is that at the end of the day, for hire purchase, because you are paying monthly, the APR, that's the tax or something on that car, is higher than any car finance. For instance, you've paid 2,000, you have to pay 3,000. At the end of the day, you can end up paying 3,800 or even 4,000 to balance of that car. So you end up paying higher. But then don't forget that it suits you. The next car finance I'll be discussing is the personal contract purchase, which is popularly known as PCP. The PCP is actually similar to the hire purchase, which is the HP, in the sense that you can pay a deposit and then you have a fixed monthly repayment plan in place in line with the agreements of the lender. You're paying over a speculated period of time, but the difference is at the end of this PCP, you tend to hand over the car to the seller, okay, or to the lender, and that's where the mileage restrictions I was talking about comes in play. So for this car, it has to be in a certain state. So the monthly repayments can be over a set period of time, typically 24 to 48 months, and however, you can get to hold back this car at the end of the speculated period of time, or you can add some money to it, okay, to be like an equity to get another car. PCP, I feel like, is better for people that want car upgrades. You can also obtain ownership of the car by paying the guaranteed minimum future value, also known as balloon payment, okay. That helps you to get the car to be your own at the end of this set period of time. So usually there will be a clause at the end of your agreement which says that about the mileage, which says that the mileage should not pass this, and there should be a very reasonable limited wear and tear on that car. Be it that you exceed this mileage or there are more wear and tears on the car, you will have to pay charges as speculated by the car lender. What are the advantages of personal contract purchase? Number one is flexibility. It makes you decide that, okay, at the end of this period of time, I want to return the car or I want to own the car. It gives you that flexibility. Unlike hire purchase, on the other hand, you tend to hold the car. But if you're driving the car for 24 to 48 months, you can say, oh, I'm tired. You just pay the equity balance and then you get another car. And there is also a fixed value that you pay over a speculated period of time. And then thirdly, you pay minimal rate, like interest rate on payment or monthly installment. Unlike the hire purchase, which I talked about, at the end of the day, for hire purchase, you end up paying more money. Briefly, let's talk about the disadvantages. That's the cons of PCP. Number one is that at the end of the day, if you are giving back the car and the car is not in a good shape, you will likely pay a very big charge. So this car is that car that you use with caution. A personal loan, also known as an unsecured loan, enables you to borrow an amount of money over a fixed speculated period of time. If you decide to take a personal loan to buy a car, okay, as soon as the car seller receives the money, the car is all yours. So you can also determine to sell the car as time goes on without even informing the company that offered you the car loan. So what are the pros of taking a personal loan? Number one is that the car cannot be repossessed by the seller. When you take the loan from any bank, you can take the loan from any bank, any company, like car finance. There are many car finance companies, which I'll talk about. When you take the loan, the car is yours from the moment the seller receives the money, just like I said. So you can sell the car, you can change the car at any point in time as far as you are meeting the monthly payment. The advantage of personal loan is that you can buy the car from any dealer that you choose. Lastly, I would just like to talk about the disadvantages of personal loan. Number one is that if you have a poor credit history, you might not be granted a personal loan. So if your credit history is not tight, is not good enough, you might not get a personal loan. Number two is that the maximum loan values do not usually exceed 25,000. So if you want to buy a car of 40,000 or 25,000 and above, let's say, you might not get a personal loan. I know. PCP or hire purchase, there is a thorough check on the car seller, on the what are they called, the car dealers. They do a thorough check on them, how genuine they are, how genuine how good the car is, if it's in a good condition or not. But with a personal loan, because you are choosing the dealer, the car dealership person, okay, you might fall into wrong hands. You can pay someone that you shouldn't pay, and you get a car that's not too good. These three options I've explained are the main or most popular car finance options that we have in the UK. We also have something we call the guarantor loan. This is usually for people with bad credit history. A guarantor usually should be an homeowner, someone that has a house and some other requirements like that. So the guarantor takes a loan for you and you pay over a period of time. But trust me, the APR, or like the interest rate, annual percentage rate or something on the money you take from a guarantor loan is usually way high, because it's just like someone that we are trying to save. Okay, you have to pay for it. There are other requirements for that anyways, but I won't want to dive into it. For just saying, for people that don't have a good credit history. And you can also lease a car in the UK, getting a model or a brand of your choice. Usually most people get a bigger car, you lease it over a speculative period of time in agreement with the leaser or whoever, whatever, the car owner, if that makes sense, and then you can get to return the car and change the car over a period of time. I hope this video has been educative. I hope you've learned about the different finance options available to you. And lastly, before I forget, there are many car finance companies in the UK. So for car finances, we have We Finance Any Car, Motorly, Blue Motor Finance, Quick Car Finance, Zuto, Odi, Car Finance 247, My Car Credit. These are the most popular ones. That's the best website for used car finance in this year 2023. And then I would just like to talk about where you can get cars. Now, lastly, where you can get cars. Where can you get cars? We have Car Gurus, Auto Trader, Cars Direct, Emins, Auto List, Auto Tempest, Cars and Beats, and there are many private companies like Arnold's. There are many like that. Just check online. Car companies in the UK, there are a lot. I actually bought my car from Auto Traders. Auto Traders is just like it's like Amazon. There are many car dealers there. They just put out their cars. It's not owned by one person, you get what I mean. And I got the car I wanted, and I had a chat with the seller, and we met up, decided on the price, and negotiated, and then I paid, and that was it. So if you want to do that, you have to shine your eyes. Personally, I went to my friend Jide. I think I posted a vlog, you guys saw it, on buying my car. I went to Jide for one reason, so he could help me check the car properly. So go with somebody like a mechanic like person that would help you decide on if the car is a good buy or not. So I hope this video has been very insightful. On this channel I have many informative and educative videos, and there are still more coming your way. Please kindly like this video, share, subscribe. Ultimately, someone that wants to buy a car, share to them, post it on your WhatsApp, tell somebody, please guys, and ultimately subscribe to my channel. It will really mean a lot to me. I'll see you in my next video. Until then, I remain your girl, Mide Jay. Peace and light always. Mwah. Bye guys.